Okay. Ciao. Welcome to all or any of my new subscribers. Welcome back to any of my returning subscribers. I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Me, where we collectively get in touch with the divine that is within all of us. So, you guys, let's talk about this full moon in Sagittarius. Wow. Okay. So the last full moon was in Scorpio, right? And it was like a full lunar eclipse, and it was pretty intense. And now we're moving. Now Mercury has finished its retrograde. I'm going to try. I'm doing my best to make sure you can hear me and see me and all that jazz. And now we are, so in the beginning of the month, Mercury finally went direct. After Mercury went direct, the day after, Saturn actually went retrograde. Now, just a little bit about what we may be feeling or experiencing because of these planetary transits, guys. So yeah, Mercury is about like truth coming out, us needing to communicate our truths, things like this, right? And this is what happened. And we may have felt really stuck, to be honest. We may have felt really stuck since like the last full moon, and even since the beginning of the eclipse cycling. And finally, we're like feeling free. But now what we're feeling is some other juiciness from Saturn going retrograde. Now, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. So Saturn is basically the ruler of all that it has to do with like rules, regulations, systems, systematical orders, things like this. And so now that Saturn is actually retrograding, we are going to be experiencing this, I think, until like October, till like the end of the year. So we're going to see a lot more coming out, you guys, as far as new systems, new people in play, new government leaders, we're going to be revisiting like our rules, our laws, our regulations, all of this stuff right now, all the way up until October. So the reason why I share this information is because the more information that we have regarding planetary transits and the energies at May around, the more easily we can navigate through them, which is really beautiful and super amazing, right? So know that we are also still dealing with a lot of Aries energy, okay? So make sure you take time to pause and assess a situation and not just jump full on head into something. It's really important, you guys, because the Aries energy is so powerful and impactful, and it makes us just want to go, jump, head first, think about it second, and it's not really that conducive to our beings, right? So yay, Mercury out of retrograde. We should be able to communicate. Things should be coming in. It should be getting really beautiful now. Just be aware of the Saturn retrograding, okay? So let's talk about this full moon in Sagittarius. What up to any of my Sagittarius? Now, what's really important with full moons are culmination points. They are points of completion. They are points of where we are reaching something that we have worked for, things that we have put in motion, that we have put out to the ethers. And now they're coming to this finalization point, right? And this makes full moon super beautiful, you guys. Why? Because we can actually take this time instead of focusing, which we all tend to do, I know, myself included, instead of taking this time to focus on the things that we didn't get completed or that we didn't want to complete, we can now think about all the things that we actually did. and what has been in the process, what has been in the works, moving us in this space to get to where we are now. So full moons are super beautiful. I really wanted to do a full moon ritual video for you guys. And instead, what I did is I shared one of my rituals, which is channeling like a meditation. And so I shared that instead last night, you guys. So let's talk about the Sagittarian energy and how that is playing its part or affecting us in this full moon, in this full moon vibration, right? So Sagittarius are a fire sign. So it's going to be a lot about like our passions, right? What are we passionate about? But Sagittarius is also a sign of like kind of like spirituality, like a spiritual or religious knowledge or factors. So what does this mean for us and how can we use this information to help navigate, right? What this means for us is what's coming up now. What we're really feeling coming up is this inner soul push. Like what is our actual soul guided purpose, right? What is driving us or propelling us? And we may notice that a lot of things are actually changing right now for us. We may notice that some of the things that we thought we were spiritually or religiously or connected to in some sort of way, and it could even be like past programming, past patterning, things like this, we're going to notice that kind of like expanding and shifting, right? Sagittarius is really about it's like adventurous a bit in a sort. So it's like it really wants to learn more. It really wants to expand and get deeper. And Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is all about expansion, right? Expanding, expanding, expanding. It's like, what else? What else can we understand? What else can we digest? And so this is really beautiful. So this is the current energy that we have with this full moon, this in Sagittarius, you guys. So it's like, what are ways that we can really expand? And that's why I think really my guides were like, it was pouring rain last night here. My guides are like, you're not supposed to do this ritual and all this candle stuff and blah, 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 blah. What you need to do is you need to channel a meditation because you need to share the meditation. People have been telling me for a long time my voice is really soothing, and it would be nice if I did like a audio meditation, radio, something like this. And so from the past 2 years, since when we did like this really beautiful collective meditation in a river, and it was super beautiful to call upon rain when Australia was on fire. And when we did this collective, like global meditation, I really started to feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. And something in me was like, I don't really know. Like, I'm still doing this. I'm still transferring information. But finally, sometimes it takes things a while to culminate. So finally, I'm at this point, and this is of a higher spiritual level or vibration, a frequency. So what we need to know is this is the energy right now is all about rising up to our authenticity of our soul, of our inner beings. We're human beings right now, but we're spiritual, we're souls, we're spiritual beings just having a human experience. And as much as we have to be in this humanness, it's really important, like this time, this energy right now, to really tap into our spiritness, our soulness, like what makes our soul feel happy, and not just like what brings us joy, like, oh, I go out and I binge eat or I binge shop or something like that. Like, no. That's not simple joy. It may bring temporary joy, which is okay. Do things that make us happy. But what we're really tuning into right now is that resonance, the resonant joy that keeps us going, right? So what are those things? What are our soul guided, higher vibrational, higher frequency, spiritual gifts that we have the capacity to expand on and share with others. And that's really the energy that, the cosmos and source, creator, universe, God, spirit guides, whatever you like to call it or refer to, I call source, universe, as that is really what they're guiding us to do. And if you really are tuning in to your inner being and your soul's like cry, your soul's mission, then what you will actually experience is just things unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. So let's talk a little bit more about this Sagittarian energy. So it's called a strawberry moon or the honey moon because it's about this sweet point in time, right? We are in the last, we just kind of are phasing through eclipse season slowly. This moon isn't an eclipse, but it is a super moon, which means it's the closest point to Earth. Wow, at 11:11, which means this actually has a more of a potency that we can tune into if we know how to use and navigate this energy. And what this means is it's literally like the sweet spot, you guys. This is the sweet spot right now. And why is it the sweet spot right now? Because it's the last full moon before we hit the summer solstice, before we go into solstice time. And that is really when the full culmination of everything is coming into play. So what are some of the things that we have really been putting out there in the past few months, or even this just year? What have we been putting out there to the universe? What have we been asking for? What have we been putting into play? And how can we continue to put the energy and the effort towards those things, and not just on a physical level, but on a visualization level, right? So it's a beautiful time right now, you guys, to do writing, journaling, things like that, always on moons. I mean, all the time, yes, of course. But especially right now, and what we can write down, and when we physically write it, not in your phone, not talk to text, not in a fucking computer, not typing, okay? Physically writing it down. Words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. So in the process of actually physically writing and spelling it out, we are casting a spell. We are calling things in. And this is so powerful and so potent right now, especially during lunar phases, right? Especially during full moons, new moons. And so what are the things that we have set out? A lot of us may notice that a lot of them are kind of coming into play now. And this could be things that we kind of put into motion like a while back, but we weren't in a proper vibrational frequency or alignment for them to be coming in. There had to be other things or situations that happened before they could be called in. Sorry. Baby, I know. Basically, what we have to do now is go back, relook at anything that you've journaled, that you put down, and see what has manifested, what has come, and really sit down and get a little bit deeper with your manifestations, right? What are some of the bigger goals, the bigger dreams, right? And that's this energy right now is like, thinking bigger, expand. Like, how can we expand on these things that we were hoping, dreaming, wishing for, calling in? And write those down, you guys. Really, like, write them down, spell them out, cast that spell, and put it out in the universe. Because when we hit this solstice point, we're going to notice so much more flowing in. And I even personally have noticed a lot flowing in for me that I have been calling in. And there's a couple of hiccups in the way because I wasn't in the thought alignment with what I thought I wanted. I don't know if that makes sense, right? I can say like, I am rich, I am successful, but if I don't believe it, I don't believe it, I cannot actually achieve it. Is it achievable? Absolutely. However, if I'm not in belief of the system I am putting into play, then until I'm in alignment with that, I can't actually achieve it. So even though I have all these beautiful things all in front of me, I'm like, oh shit, like now I have to sort these other things out because I was so focused on calling in these other things that I forgot about some other things, And so that's what happens. You know, we're all having this human experience. So, nobody's perfect, not even witches and wizards that can manifest and call in crazy stuff and tap into the future. But yeah, it's just part of it, you guys. So what I'm going to do now, make sure you drink enough water. What I'm going to do now is a kind of a collective reading, a reading for the collective. And you guys, I am live. So as long as you are subscribed, after I do the quick collective read, if anybody has a question, wants me to pull a card or two, I will be happy to answer that. Drop any questions in the comment section. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate and love you all. Thank you, universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, agents, for giving us true, honest, loving messages of only the highest vibrational frequency. Who are our guides for today? Radha, soul flame. So there is a lot of love in the strawberry moon, as it's known, the honeymoon, the sweetness, right? There is a lot of love. You guys may have been noticing Radha's the soul flame, rediscovering a lost part of yourself, experiencing relationship, harmony, and healing. So you guys have probably noticed, like if you watch the past videos or whatever, I spoke about what are our relationships with things, to things, with people. And the more authentic we are to ourselves, the more authenticity we're calling in, the more high vibrational relationships we are calling in to everything, whether it's people, love, food, everything like this, right? So soulmates, soul connectivity and stuff like this isn't always about another person. It's about us being in connectivity with our soul, guys. So we're rediscovering part of ourselves and we're reopening that. And that's really with the Sagittarius, energy. That's really what it is about, is like really experiencing, finding that love and also releasing, the full moons are all about releasing anything that doesn't serve us, right? And this goes all the way down to things that we eat, to people that we hang, to shows that we watch, anything like that, right? This is our dietary intake on every level. So be full on about that. The Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So as long as, look at goosebumps. So as long as we are in alignment with what our soul's alignment is, now also with the Sagittarius energy, they're telling me it's the most amazing time to level up, for new things to come in, to enter, right? For new opportunities, new love, new people, to level up. So how and what are we doing to be more connected to our soul's path, our soul's purpose, our spiritual being, right? It doesn't mean you have to be super fucking shanty, bro. Like I still party and listen to ratchet ass music sometimes. It's just what it is, right? Keeping it real. It just means, because I find joy in that. It just means, what are we doing when we're connected to the thing that our soul sings from, that we do? It brings this, everything plays out, everything becomes easier. Vibration. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow your inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So you guys, I generally start off the reading with these. These are the keepers of the light deck. And I don't know if I showed you this. Mary Magdalene, the teacher awakens. So it's really about, you guys, what I'm saying is we all have something to share. And if we are in tune with our actual soul's gift, then we have the ability to share these things that bring us joy. And it brings other people connectivity, brings other people joy, right? That's why I do this. Like, I do the videos not because I have a lot of extra time and money, but because it helps other people realize that we're all in similar situations and similar alignment. And that is the point. That is the purpose, right? When we can come together and connect over things, that is the real true essence of soul expansion, soul connectivity, right? And that's why I do this, guys. I'm really doing my best to create a deeper sense of soul family, because a lot of people that reach out to me say, you know, I wish I could share this or express this, or there was more people that I could talk to about this. And guess what? There's a ton of people out there, but we just have to connect it. We have to create like our soul group of connectivity where we're all on the same frequency. And the higher you keep your frequency and the more you keep the vibrational frequencies out, the more you call in these other people, these other scenarios, these other situations for yourself. Messages for the collective. Yeah, between worlds. So a lot of us are riding between worlds. We're like, you know, well, we have to do this, but you know, I would really love to do this one thing because it brings me joy, but like it doesn't really, like, I don't know if it can pay the bills. Well, when you're in your space of joy is when it opens up more pathways, you guys. So don't be so fucking 3D about it, and do more of what you love and see what pathways open, see where the expansion lies. New life. Okay, you guys, look at that. 2222. Okay. New life. So this will bring in a new life. We're manifesting bringing in a new life, new frequencies, new people, higher vibrations, and we're really calling it in. Whoa, okay. Truth be told. Some wisdom coming off the top. Deeper knowing. Okay, you guys, what this is telling me is that you all know what you should be doing. You all know what some of your spirit guided gifts, paths, where your joy actually lies. And some of you may be following it, and some of you may be afraid to follow it. And what this is saying is, the truth be told, that there is a deeper knowing. Like, stop being the observer, right? It's good to be the observer, observe that, but also be a participant in your life. If you want this new life, the truth be told, you need to participate a little bit more, right? Let me get one more, please. Whoa, okay. Breathe. And remember to breathe. Take a breath, deep breath. And when I'm done, I'll put a link to my video that I did last night under the full moon, my first guided meditation. You guys, I'm so excited and amped and empowered up by it. Like, I channeled everything so beautifully. I just got to get a mic. I'm trying to raise some funds so I can get a mic so I can do more meditations for you guys. Fuck yeah. Okay. I see guys. What up? Kayla, Amber. Yes, I'm so grateful that the universe keeps bringing our energies back in contact. You're amazing. I'm so grateful. Amber, if I could pull anything having to do with the following. I don't know what's the following. Follow that up, my love. Okay. Let me do a couple more cards for this collective, and then let me answer your guys' questions. As I see your questions. Any more messages for the collective? Yeah, you guys, we're going to have to break down some of our old ways, but we cannot expand. It's like if we want something bigger and better and greater and grander, right? The tower, we cannot expand unless we allow it to kind of come down. We don't want to build a new amazing foundation on a broken down old foundation, right? The Eight of Earth. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some work to create this sound, to build this tree. And from that will come amazing abundance. But it's going to take, work. The Eight of Earth is a little bit like the apprentice. It's like I'm working, I'm putting in the time to get the abundance that I'm calling in, which is super beautiful. The Two of Earth. And to find the balance, you guys, to really find the balance and how to actually do that. The Queen of Waters, the Queen of Cups. If anybody actually did listen to my meditation, I love you, first of all. Second of all, the Queen of Cups is a water is all about emotions or feelings. And this is about being very definitive, guided, tuned into your feelings. So find the balance between earthly things, between work, and between your soul, your intuition, your emotions is what they're telling us. More messages. Three of Air. And a lot of it, you guys, in the meditation, I talk about us going into the darker spots. The full moon, what's beautiful about the full moon is it illuminates all of the darkness, right? And the light is now shining on all these dark, shadowy areas, right? So where we've been hurt, where we suffered in relationships, partnerships, anything like our relationship to something, not just someone, where we've suffered in that, we are now healing. We're moving through that, but we have to actually give attention to that in order to be able to heal and move through it. Okay. The Eight of Fire. So this is the Eight of Wands. So yeah, these are very passionate, intense messages. There's something that we need to sit down and deal with now, right? The Eight of Wands is like coming in hot, literally, physically coming in hot. And how can we communicate that? What are the messages that are coming in, either from the universe, either from like all of a sudden being like, you know what? I don't really vibe with this taste anymore of these people, whatever it is, right? And how can we really expand from that? Temptation. How can we, you guys, expand past the temptation that occurs, right? The temptation is to fall back into old ways. The temptation is to just do the bare minimum, just do what we have to because we're in a physical sense or a physical setting. But we're not, you guys, we're leveling up, highly leveling up. So that's the read for the collective. Let me tune in with you guys. Yes, Chansey, absolutely what you needed to hear and relate to. Of course, we all relate to it. We are all going through the same shit at the same time. That's why I do this, so we can all understand our connectivity in the whole process. Okay, so Kayla, will I find my power and financial success in the pursuit of my dance? I'm going to say that's probably a hard yes, but the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. It will bring, so it may take a little bit of time. Okay, it's something you have been waiting for to come in. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so Kayla, the Three of Wands, super beautiful. So this is like, I'm waiting for my ships to come in. Like, I really know it's possible. And what I can say to you is, do you actually physically believe? It's like what I was speaking about earlier. It's like we can manifest anything that we want, but do we actually physically believe that which we are manifesting, which we are calling in? Do we believe it? Because if we don't believe it, then we can never achieve it. So don't doubt yourself and your skill is the best thing I can tell you, right? Don't doubt yourself and your skill, Kayla, because your ships are coming in. The 3 is all about manifesting. So be very clear and potent on your manifestations. I think I have a video about manifestations. Check it out. The 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about you can find your happiness. You can find your full contentment, your wealth, everything, right? Happy family, happy everything. But you have to actually believe and trust that it is coming in. Look at this. The King of Cups. So this is somebody really doing the work, connecting to their intuition, connecting to their inner being, their inner emotion, and finding the balance in it, right? So maybe part of it comes in, maybe the waiting part that you're waiting for is for a more fluid, calm energy, right? But maybe that comes from doing the dance, right? From moving to the beat of your own drum, from finding that passion and really expanding on it, right? The energy of Sagittarius is all about passion. So it's like, what do we love? Who do we love? What are we calling in? Call that shit in. The Empress. You rule your world, baby. You rule your world. You birth all of the thoughts, the ideas, the inception of all that is. So stay on that vibration. And I fucking believe in you, dude. You're amazing. Dancer and all of this stuff. Definitely drop your link in the comments so everybody here can check you out and see your flow, man. All right. I fucking love you, dude. Okay, Amber. Will I figure out how to find a way to express my soul's purpose through a career? And will I figure it out soon? Okay. Amber. The answer is yes. You will always figure out a way. Let's see. Your soul's purpose. You're pretty high vibrational, so let's see. Will you figure it out soon? So since the last tune in, you told me you've done most of all of the things, right? Hopefully you made it down to your retreat. Did you make it down to your retreat? There's something else my guides are telling me. There's something else that you're needing or waiting to break open. So let's see what the cards say. Amber. Hierophant. Yeah. So there is a little bit of deeper study that has to happen. Deeper spiritual study, spiritual guidance. Yeah, and you have to do the work. Again, it's so funny, there's similar cards that just came out. The 8 of Pentacles. So it's like I have to do the work. There may be somebody, it's also like the card of apprenticeship, right? There may be somebody or something, Amber, that you're going to study under or learn from, because this is coming through heavily as apprentice. So yeah, there may be somebody that you're studying with, from. Maybe you haven't met them yet. I kind of have that feeling. And there will be some temptation along the way. Now, the devil isn't always a bad card, but it is talking about all of the physical temptations, like, okay, do I take the easy way out? Am I just addicted to, needing to make money or be loved or have something, whatever it is. Everybody has their own forms. But it's really about like temptation. The way that I see the devil is really like temptation. So what are you being tempted to do, and what is it that is preventing you? Who or what is it that is preventing you, Amber, from doing the work, from studying under these people, something like that. And the devil is in the physical form, right? So it's like, what in the motherfucking 3D space are you blocking your self from? The devil card is also card of Capricorn, so it could have to deal with the Capricorn. I think it has to deal with some work. There's still some stuff that you have to do, Amber, and you're trying to find a good balance in between it. So will she find? Whoa. Yes, you are making moves. You are making good movement towards it. The Chariot, this is the card of Cancer. You are making movement towards it. So here, up here, I see the Taurus, the Capricorn, the Sagittarius, and the Cancer. Check out who those people are in your life. Also, like where they fall in your chart. And we might be able to see a little bit more. But yeah, will you figure it out soon? I think so, because the Chariot is really about, okay, once both of these are in alignment, we can move forward quick, fast fashion. So yeah, you will do it. It will be soon. You know, just keep pushing forward, keep expanding, keep doing your soul work, and you will move through it, and things will become a lot more clear. Let's see. Their questions on the cards pulled for these ladies were also messages I needed so much synchronizing. Yes, of course. This is why I always ask you guys, share or drop a little note. You don't have to divulge all of your vulnerability, but yeah, the messages are never just for one person, right? It's for the collective. That's why I do it in this way, because you never know, like, what one person asks is actually answering 10 other people's. I'd like, oh my God, I had the same experience. And that's why it's so important that we share. Not for me. I mean, yeah, it does help my videos go out more, but it helps the people that are watching them more than anything. And that's what's important to me. That's why I do this. Okay. Kara, looking for guidance to find peace with my relationship. Should I continue with it or move forward? I am ridden with anxiety. Yes, you will. There's probably a lot of anxiety right now, Kara. We are in, we have a lot of this Aries energy. And yeah, it's pretty heavy right now. Okay. Can I stay in her relationship, or should she move on? Okay. This is interesting, guys. So this is obviously, I don't know if this is either like an air sign. I don't know if you're with like a Gemini or a Libra or something, but there is a bit of like diplomacy. There is a balance to some extent that is here, but then there is a bit of doubt, of deception and wisdom. What I'm curious about is if the deception is you putting that into your mind, or if there's something else. Enjoy the bliss, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. So I think, Kara, maybe you guys heart-to-heart conversations. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are coming to you. Okay. So, Kara, I think you guys spend a lot of time working and not a lot of time with each other. And this is creating conflict. You need to come to a space of balance. And if you don't have the ability to balance out the time, the love, the energy, the effort, right? If we can't find a balance between that, If we can't be diplomatic, if we can't have a gentleness about it, um, then yes, we need ourselves thinking that it's going to change, right? Because now we're in the time of expansion. So either you guys have the ability to go and take some time away by yourselves, take some personal time, be by yourselves, have these heart-to-heart conversations, right? Really have these heart-to-heart conversations and be fully honest. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Honestly ask the questions, even if sometimes they can be fearful, like, do you really want to continue, or is this just a comfortability? Ask these questions, because what's going to happen is that is ultimately going to help you come to a decision, because I think it's not just maybe not just you that's questioning it. Maybe your partner hasn't even thought about it, or thought about how, I don't know. I don't want to fully go into it. I tiptoe on situations like this because ultimately you need to make the decision. But um, I think that you guys really need to openly, honestly discuss things, and not just discuss like, do you want to be with me? Do you have fun being with me? Like, discuss the red flags, discuss the things that you don't like discuss the things that are bothering you, discuss the reasons or the situations why you feel like maybe it's time to leave, or should we be moving on? Like, are our paths still in alignment? Like, talk about, like, well, what does the future look like? It's like, I don't know, just be in the present. And while that's beautiful, if you're in a relationship and you feel that there's no growth or expansion, then that is also a type of a red flag. And be very aware of that. Let's pull one of these. Mirror. Okay, so yeah, you guys are mirroring each other. Self-image, relationship reflects our wounds, our introspective. So you have a potentiality to heal some things, but only if you guys take the time to communicate and move through them. And if you don't, you probably will be moving on, but you can work it out. But it's going to come through this really tough communication of really saying, I don't like when you do this, or I'm not okay with you if you do that, or whatever, and really get in there deep. Just fucking poke the wound, poke the bear, rip the scab. Even things that maybe you never discussed before, bring it up. You really got to do it, and from that, pay attention, and make sure you do it. Again, make sure you go away in a space by yourselves where you're not being affected by any outer influence. I hope that helped. Obviously, guys, keep me updated, in tune, and let me know about your stories. Let's see. You always get the devil card. It's Capricorn. It's Capricorn. It's just like a reminder. Don't be fearful. The devil isn't all bad. Okay, Chansey. Will I feel in sanctuary moving in with my new love? Okay. You're welcome, Kara. Okay, Chansey. Messages for Chansey. Is she going to feel safe and unobstructed? Okay, Chansey. So what I can say is, will you feel in sanctuary moving in with your new love? And the answer is absolutely. What you actually are being called or required to do, Chansey, is to not be so by the book, right? Not be so do not go round and round. Do not rehash old things, figure out how to move through them. And don't be so by the book. Like, don't keep it like, this is how I want it. This is how I expect it to be. Be really open to how things unfold and creating a new story with your love. Not, this is a new love. This is a new situation. This is different than anything you've ever experienced before. And of course that can be fearful, and of course that can be scary, but the higher powers are in protection of you. They do. The key is in your third eye. The key is in you being intuitive and you tapping in and you moving forward through this while using this, right? And this is how you guys can kind of connect and help move past these cycles into new phases, right? You got to expansion. And the second card that came out, the first card rather that came out, which has the number 2 on it, which is all about partnership and duality, is yin, the yin energy. So what this really requires in order for you to actually have and achieve your happiness, Chansey, is you to bring more of the feminine energy, express more understanding, more compassion, more love, help creating, when you guys move together, more of a nesting, nurturing experience. Maybe less of freedom and more of growth, right? Like, if we come together, then we're doing things together, and don't be afraid of that. Embrace it and figure out how we can grow and expand by doing that, instead of being like, I need my fucking freedom, the yin energy, the feminine energy, is super compassionate, super loving, heart holding. And wow, look at, as I'm shuffling this, the Lovers. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. And the partner is willing to embrace you in all that you are and all that your greatness, and willing to really stand down and yield. And look at this Cupid. It's Cupid in the background. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, be open and be okay with that. The Empress. Oh my God, Chansey, these cards are so beautiful. The Empress and the High Priestess. So you are really calling in, you're culminating, you're figuring out what you really want to call in, what you want to create, what you're nurturing, what you're loving. And it is born from your intuition, your thoughts, your knowledge, your spirituality. And again, look at, this is 2 and 3. So what is really interesting about this is 1 and 1 is not equal to in a relationship, right? You come in not 50%, 50%, 100%, and 100%. And when you guys come together, you're now another entity creating a 300%. So 1 plus 1 in a partnership actually equals 3. And this is so beautiful. And this is a number of manifesting things together. And that is where you need to be at. Those are really beautiful, really powerful cards, as you know. 3 major arcana, and I'm gonna leave it at that, Chansey, because I don't want to fucks with that energy. That's super vibrant, super powerful. And just remember to do the things that bring you passion, to follow your passion, and to share that passion, to share that joy. Yes, Kara, Aquarius is an air sign. A lot of air energy. So it's like this not really knowing, it's like a floating along. And unless you really have them discuss. And that's the thing, Kara, when you bring this stuff up and he discusses it, either he's going to feel this, I need to be free. And then your answer is going to come to you immediately because you guys are on a different vibration. Or it's like, you know what? No, I want to work this out and I want to be with you, Yeah, it's great. Yeah, well, Sagittariuses are definitely more of knowing what they want. So you're going to find a lot of this energy. Now is a great time to expand during this Sagittarius full moon. Expand on it, really get deep into it, and really ignite these passions, to explain to this person, like my passion is to, get married or have a family or travel the world or whatever your passion is. Like express what your passion is to him, and ask him what his are, and see like how they can be in alignment, and ask if they can be in alignment, and figure it out. Because the air signs are very like, well, maybe we'll just see how it goes. Like no, you really need to, like, I don't need to know definitively now if we're getting married fucking next year, but I need to know if it's something that's even on your fucking radar, like whatever your thing is. It's just like what the guides are telling me to come up. It's like, because we don't need to waste our time. We're in this really potent time of expansion, and we can either tap into this and use this energy, or we can be, and we can really feel like where our love is, like what's going on, or we can just fucking let it go. And this goes in all senses. You are very welcome. I love you too, Amber. And yeah, this goes for everything, right? Like we have to just face it. Sometimes we don't want to face it because we're like, well, if I get the answer, but it's like, dude, right now we need the answers. And even though we might not have all the answers, we really need to at least question them, right? And see where it goes. So tune into this passionate, fiery energy, make the action, do the things that bring you passion, do the things that ignite your soul, that bring you this fiery love, and don't be afraid to do them as well, you guys. As always, I appreciate all of your love and support, your likes, comments, subscribes, share with anybody that you think is amazing. And I will put in here the full moon meditation that I did. And I would appreciate any feedback you guys can download me with on that, because I feel super jazzed about it. And it's really about getting in, like connecting with what we know, and not needing so much outside recognition or okayness, like more internally, it, and Chansey, like these cards, the Empress and the High Priestess, like you fucking know, dude, you already know. So don't fuck your shit up. The best way to get a hold of me for a private reading is to shoot me an email. It's divinitywithinme@gmail. All the information will be in the information box below. And I do private personal readings regarding anything. It's definitely, obviously, more clarity when it's one-to-one, because I'm attuning just to your energy, not the full collective's energy and messages. So thank you guys all for being here. Infinite blessings, love, and light. I'm going to tap out, and thank you for being here, and hopefully it helped you. And share your progress, your stories along the way. And let me know how it goes, share with other people, because everybody is in the same scenario. It's like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I move in? Do I move out? Do I move forward, or do I, retract? And that's really where we're at. We're all in the same boat, we're all in the same fucking boat, just different people, different scenarios. So, share. And I love you guys. Infinite love. And definitely tune into my other videos. I think I have a video on how to help with intuition, manifestation, angel numbers, if you're seeing stuff like that. And I'm going to keep doing my best to produce another video each week, and hopefully get to more than that, because I really feel this is my spiritual push, my spiritual calling, to be connecting more, creating community, and helping all of us kind of maneuver through, navigate through, and utilize these energies to our highest vibrational frequency. Ciao for now.